I just got my copy of Reaper Volume 2, and I want to talk about it because I want people to know about this. Enough chatting, let's get into this review. If you're not familiar with this series, I did make a review of the first volume a while ago, so go take a look at that if you're interested, but I will give you a little bit of a recap. Reaper is a dark fantasy series about a guy named Ichabod who is known as a Reaper, which are like the people from Dark Souls that collect souls for multiple reasons. But for Ichabod specifically, he collects them to sell them so he can pay his debt for the old man that raised him. The second volume continued after the end of the last volume, where he found out he's been cursed by this sword. A sword that grants him this armored form that gives him strength, but makes him lose control of himself. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that because he was stabbed by it, his wound can't be cured unless he has the sword by his side. If it's far away, his wound will eventually kill him. So he has to keep the sword in order to survive. He then finds out about a priest that is known for uplifting curses. So he sets on a journey with a man named Riken, who has the werewolf curse, to find this so-called priest and get rid of their curses once and for all. First of all, man has the art style improved. I actually thought I was going insane. I thought to myself, is there something going on with the pages, or is the art different? I don't know. I looked back and yes, the art is very different from the first volume. As much as I do think the old art style has its charm, I do think it doesn't really work for Reaper, so I'm glad the art got way better. Next, I want to talk about the characters. I really like Ichabod. Has that cool guy trope with him being sarcastic, cold-hearted, and a bit direct, but also has a heart and really cares about the people close to him. He's not a favorite of mine, but I do appreciate him as a protagonist. Riken is my favorite so far. I love that he's a comic relief, but is serious when he needs to be. Like, he's not the loser trope. He's a badass on the battlefield. Like, he's a really cool character. He can be a bit of a meathead, but when he gets into a fight, he goes badass mode. Helga's a cute character. I like her design. I like that she treats her chicken like how people treat their dogs or cat. Inga's also super cute. I hope we get to see them again. They didn't really show up as much in this volume, and I really wanted them to make a return. There was also these new villains that were introduced, and I like the concept of their cult since it's based around the deity Fenrir, which I just learned about recently thanks to Tekken 101 with his One Piece discussions about Elba! However, the villains themselves I thought were generic. I didn't find them special at all. They were kind of bland. That's probably my only critique about this book. Oh, and Trisha. I'm talking to the writer. It orders, by the way. How dare you introduce a MILF that only appears for a few panels and gets instantly killed? How dare you? Joking aside, I got pissed when I saw Riken's mom's design and was disappointed on how much of a waste of a cool design to be used for a mom death backstory. I'm not saying it's bad writing. I think it fits well for Riken's motivation, even though it's a trope that is used a lot. I'm just pissed on how much I like her design that we don't see more of her. So yeah, those are my thoughts about this volume. I was invested in the story. I like the characters. I like the art, especially in the monster designs. I also like that even though it's a dark fantasy, it doesn't always try to be dark and depressing all the time, and that it has wholesome and funny moments at times. If you're interested in dark fantasy, I highly recommend giving this series a try. Also, check out Trisha Cuffrey's website, Burning Star Comics, where she sells not only her comics, but other indie comics as well. Also, she has a YouTube channel named DanFan, if you're interested in manga/comic reviews and read-throughs of bad comics. Anyway, that is the review. See you guys next time.